Greetings! This week I went on an adventure. I went to the 7-Eleven across my apartment. It was pretty fun and chill. It was just across the road and I haven't been out in a while, so I kind of forgot how hot it is here. And I also saw many masks at 7-Eleven itself, so I'm pretty sure everyone is trying to mask up. I wanted to check out the beauty section because I keep seeing it on TikTok, and look who I saw! My favorite celebrity! I hope I get to see her in real life. And then I saw this pineapple tart flavored Kit Kat. What? And there was Milo mocha nuggets. Definitely won't be able to eat this. It's gonna be too sweet, and it even says extra chocolate, but I'll buy it for Genius to try. I came across the fiber jelly that helps you poop. Ooh, the bread section. I remember liking these breads in the past, especially this one. It's kind of encased in pure white bread. They really cut off the crust. When I used to eat it, I wasn't really freaked out at how it can be kept at room temp. Look at this tiny little fish sauce that I saw. And not only that, there's also a tiny Maggi seasoning. What? Here's the ready-to-eat food. Oh my god, so many options. Here's the viral bread. I did buy some back. I do a little review later in the video. Does anyone know if this kombucha is legit kombucha, meaning not pasteurized? Does it have actual health benefits, or is it just a drink here? Look at these little cakes for Valentine's Day. They're so pretty. And pre-cut sausages. This was my highlight. Finding my almond milk at 7-Eleven. Oh my god. And there wasn't even just only that, there was also macadamia milk. If any TSW warriors out there need emergency saline, I came across big and small bottles of saline, which is so cute! And they also have the exact size of gauze that I like to use. Though the small one isn't the exact gauze I use, it's just a really good size. These two are the exact sizes that I use. And there's also tape if you need. As I was walking back, I got a little bit itchy. It was a bit hot already. These are the loots that I got. These are baked and not fried. They do have a really strong MSG taste after tasting the rice berry packet. The element of the snack will always be puffed. It's very rare that it's a crispy, fried or dried something. After opening the packet, I realized that it is not how it looks like on the picture and it's not cut. So I decided to cut it in half, air fry half of it and microwave half. Since it was gonna be microwaved at 7-Eleven anyway, I wanted to try two ways of having it. Actually, the winner was the microwave only because I like hot food and it was heated up all the way to the center. But for the air fried one, it was cold, and that's definitely my fault because I was rushing. But I think if I were to do this again, I would definitely microwave it first and then throw it in the air fryer just to crisp it up. But the shape of it is kind of funny. It shrank so much and obviously lost its texture. And I was still hungry, so I tried the other sandwich that claims to be healthy with whole wheat bread and Japanese salted salmon. This was not the tastiest sandwich I had in my life, though they did put pumpkin inside, which made it feel kinda healthy. I thought it was pickles at first, but it's just pumpkin. I wasn't super full in the end, so I still ate some dragon fruit.
Trigger warning: raw wounds, dry or cracked skin. You've been warned!
This time I kind of wanted to share my routine when I wake up in the morning. First thing I do, I usually spray my legs down with saline and clean the wounds. Then I wear my pants and then do my upper body. This is me really early and the hair is all over the place. You're actually advised to do this every morning when you wake up if you don't shower twice a day, which I have not been able to do yet. You're supposed to wash it, but I found that spraying it on and reapplying the spray saves a lot more saline than just pouring it on. Always remember to clean yourself, and if you have a very deep infected wound, to soak the gauze in saline and then place it on your wound for 5 minutes. That has worked out for me many times. I would spray the gauze, soak it up and then paste it wherever I need it. I clean my eyes, That's always the gunkiest area. Also because I still have wounds on my eyes. They're not really visible anymore, which I'm so thankful for. Remember to clean everywhere well and remember not to reuse the same gauze. And then you move on to antibiotic ointment. So same principle as before, don't use the same cotton bud. Use one cotton bud for one area and switch to the other side. Never cross-contaminate the areas because that's just how you keep the infection there. And you could even spread a different type of infection because with TSW skin there is fungal and bacterial infections and you could spread different types onto different areas. My hands are still pretty sensitive, so I still keep gloves on and then I spray them down. Sometimes I even spray them down twice, but I try not to spray more than 3 times because I tend to wipe off the flakes too much. And then make sure you get in between every single crevice. I always dry it like this. When you apply the antibiotic when your hands are wet, it just feels kind of weird. So I dry my hands, I fling it around, and then I put the antibiotic ointment. The parts that I'm putting it on are mostly the open wounds because that's the part where the bacteria and fungus love to thrive. The ointment does not kill the fungus, but it does kill bacteria and prevents more from breeding, so it's important to keep especially the open wounds closed. And we'll move on to the pre-treatment montage. I've never shown this part, but it's the side of my body. I always have trouble here and I just wanted to show that the wounds are closing up finally. After my montage, I put my gloves back on. It just helps me with sensory and itch. I am pretty sensitive with my hands, so even the smallest things set me off when I go into an itch fest. So I also cut little holes in my shirt to keep the wrist area of my gloves on. And here was my breakfast. It was really nice. Tanghun and soup with carrots and chicken. That day was my last round of antibiotics. Whoa! I wore a hat because my hair is so poofy as you saw in the morning. It's funny, I have this little fringe. This is kind of the start of the street. I filmed it because I saw some green bowls, which is almost a Thai standard of Michelin, but not really. It's just like a budget version. When you do see those bowls, they guarantee that the food is nice. I haven't been to one because I obviously haven't really gone out. I hope to try one eventually and I'll share it with you guys. It was 9 AM today. I'm not really sure what that case is and I just sat outside because I thought that I couldn't enter. Every week I get a new therapist, so I haven't been with the same one again. It makes me a little shy to tell them that I want to film. This is the only footage that I got. Afterwards, we had a lecture which I didn't take a video of. And here's the pharmacy if anyone is looking for where to get medication after your treatment. Here it is. We went to eat at this chicken rice store which is really nearby the clinic. It's just a 2-minute walk. And this is the chicken rice store. It's called Chang Chicken Rice. It's honestly pretty decent. The rice was nice and firm. It came with free soup. It's the first thing that they serve you. It had some veg. It had this really strong wok hei taste. And here's the chicken. I noticed that in Thailand, they fully debone chicken, always. I look a little crusty because post-treatment I tend to just look like that. I love drinking soup and eating my food. I always feel like soup is really important. It was really good. I would come back again. And the price was pretty decent. For 3 people, it was 625 baht. Got home and filmed my post-treatment log. You can tell that the wound on my chin especially is drying up and I'm really excited about it because I haven't been able to sleep really comfortably because I try to avoid the chin area. It seems like a small area but it does affect me quite a bit. I like to curl up in the ball and my chin tends to touch my neck which causes sweat and then the wound never heals, so that's an annoying part. And this is me after treatment. This is day 1 of quarantine. Just wanted to share some points that I learned at the clinic. Oh, I also received a donut after the lecture. Another Kappa couple had their anniversary, so they treated the whole clinic to donuts, some Krispy Kreme donuts. It was really cute and it was really nice. I learned quite a bit from the lecture and I hope to cover it in one full video. I just want to make sure that the information I put out there is accurate. My biggest takeaway from the lecture is that you have to be open enough to think that something is an irritant and make sure you remove it in order for yourself to be in a suitable healing environment. What CAP does is to proliferate your skin and increase your healing rate. But because of steroids and how drugged up your skin cells and stem cells were from it, it almost kind of always falls back to forgetting how to heal and how to recover. So then if there is an irritant in your environment that keeps making your little cells upset and almost not calm down eventually, you would always blow up in a flare. You always need to remove the irritant in order for your skin to stop flaring. And that's the two keys and the most important key from the lecture, I would say. I will need to learn how to spot irritants and be able to remove them. Even if it's something that you would not think is an irritant, you have to be open-minded enough to think that it is. There were so many examples that he was giving, like how another patient was sensitive to inkjet printers just with the chemicals in the environment. Even something like that would never cross your mind. And I think it's important for any capper out there or anyone who thinks of wanting to do cap to be open enough to kind of imagine what other things could irritate your skin. I didn't know that rubbing your skin and that little damage could cause a flare because the barrier of your skin is broken and your skin is angry and irritated. That's important to know. I hope with all this learning and me being able to share this knowledge, we will have more information on TSW and more people, especially back home in Singapore where I feel it's really hard to heal from TSW due to the environment, the heat and everything. I hope we all learn how to heal and that there's a whole gather of knowledge on this account, and I hope to share it with a more light-hearted view. I don't want TSW to be this dreadful, sad thing, which it is, but I hope I give you the light at the end of the tunnel. Because I don't have much to share this week, here are my expenses for the week. With that, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Happy healing, and remember to keep the flakes on. That's the most important part. Keep your flakes.